Welcome to the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Wow, you're in charge of the sliders. He's got them. They're up. He got them up. All right, let me know, Wyatt. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lady Marauder Field here on the campus of Meigs High School. Rick Ash along with Brian Allen. And tonight it's the Southern Tornadoes. Brian, turn my number one down a little bit. No. Over on the, there. That's good. Okay.
Now for your Marauders. First is the ball starter, number 8.
All right, so it's the Southern Tornadoes. Brian coming in at 15-3. They have won the hockey division championship. I think they still have a federal hockey game to make up coming up maybe tomorrow.
Yes,
but they have clinched that. The tournament scores: Meigs defeated West Union by a score of 15-0. And they'll play Adina on 5/19. That's next Monday at Ohio University Field. That's a 6 o'clock start. Southern last night defeated South Gallia 21-1. They'll play Portsmouth Clay, who defeated White Oak 12-2. That'll be 5:20 at 6 o'clock at Rio, the University of Rio Grande softball field. Eastern defeated Saludaville East 19-0, and they'll play Manchester, who defeated Waterford by a score of 10-0. And that will be on 5:19, and that'll be a 6 o'clock start. So we have plans to cover both of those games on Monday and Tuesday. The Eastern Eagles game on Monday, and then the Southern Tornadoes on Tuesday. So should be a great contest, two contests. And the thing about Brian, if both teams win, one team, and it'll be, I believe it's Eastern will play a 4 o'clock game on 5/22, and Southern will follow with a 6 o'clock game. They're in different brackets. Those are district championship games. Then they'll play in the regional team from another district. And I could not find who those were. So anyway, that's where we are right now. I'll go over the Meigs Marauder lineup, and Brian will do the Southern lineup. Batting first for Meigs will be Bella Rouse, the center fielder. Batting second, Aubrey Newell, the second baseman. Batting third, the third baseman, Ava Horn. Pitching tonight will be number 62, Natalie Good. And batting fourth. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, Gracie Banks. Batting sixth, the catcher, Jordan Davenport. Batting seventh, Chloe Burnham, the left fielder. Batting eighth, Shelby Yost, the shortstop. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Allie Heisel. And we also will probably see number 8, Gracie Yost, in the lineup for the Meigs Marauders. Now here's Brian with the starting lineup for the Southern Tornadoes of Brian Swan.
All right, leading off will be number 24 catching, Kylie Kranick. In the 2-hole, third baseman, number 0, Nevaeh Camp. Batting third, center fielder, number 3, Peyton Kranick. In the cleanup spot, number 8, the shortstop, Taylor Roberts. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 1, Jalen Hupp. Batting sixth for the Tornadoes, number 20, first baseman, Kirsten Rose. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 27, Hayden Turner. Batting eighth will be The DH, number 2, or number 2.
That's a designated player.
Designated player. Okay. You know, every time we do a softball game, I have to kind of reacquaint myself with that. It'll be the designated player, number 2, Katie Caldwell. And the 9 hole will be the second baseman, number 15, Allie Norris. And batting 10th, playing left field, number 5, Sydney Stout.
All righty, for the Meigs Marauders, we do have a few stats for the Marauders we'll pass along. And for the Marauders, they are led in hitting by the leadoff hitter, Bella Rouse, hitting at a .516 clip. She also leads the team in hits with 47 and runs scored with 37 and stolen bases with 16. Aubrey Newell, batting at .456, leads the team in doubles. Ava Horn, batting third at .404, leads the team in RBI with 33. And Natalie Good on the mound. She leads the TVC in pitching strikeouts, 169. And she also leads the team on-base percentage and slugging percentage. All righty, so we are just about ready to go. And it'll be Kylie Kranick, the catcher for Coach Brian Swan, coming in at 15-3. And this is a great matchup. If we hadn't had all the rain, we'd have had Meigs and Eastern here a couple weeks ago, and then Southern and Meigs tonight. That would have been pretty neat, but that didn't happen as Meigs had to make a makeup game with Wellston. So we're about ready to go. Infield in on the speedy Kylie Kranick. Nevaeh Camp on deck. And this game looks like it's going to be about a 4:58 start. We'll see how long it takes him to clean the plate off. Might be 4:59. And we are about ready to go. It's Meigs County matchup. The Southern Tornadoes, 15-3, at the Meigs Marauders, 17-6. All county schools won their district quarterfinal game and have advanced to the district semis. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Natalie Good. Nevaeh Camp on deck. Ava Horn at third, Shelby Yost at shortstop, Aubrey Newell at second, Gracie Banks at first. Burnham, Roush, Heisel, around the outfield we go. Jordan Davenport behind the plate. Natalie Good, wheels and deals, and it's a little pop-up in the infield. Shelby Yost is going to hold that one in for the first out of the ball game, pop out 6. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 0, the lefty, Nevaeh Camp. And these are the ones we got to watch with the ball coming back at us, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So Nevaeh steps in, and she takes a fastball that umpire said just missed outside. So 1 ball and no strike to Camp. Here's the pitch from Good. And that one a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. As that one paints the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind blowing out to right. And a swing and a miss on a ball out of the strike zone. But, Brian, the same location as the first 3 pitches. They've all been
in that same
outside part of the
corner.
plate, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the 1-2 pitch from Good. Swing and a miss, struck her out. So Natalie Good continues to pile up those strikeouts during the season. And that is, I think that's 169, I believe, if I can find it here. Yeah, that was 170. Batting for the Southern Tornadoes now in the 3 spot. And that is Peyton Kranick, the center fielder. Natalie Good. Strikeout 170 now. And they're going to say the bunt attempt was attempted and possibly a called strike anyway, Brian. I believe that was probably looked like a good pitch. 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Peyton Kranick at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, and there's a foul back, straight back, as Kranick hangs tough on the pitching of Natalie Good. Wellston and Athens tied for the league. Meigs beat each one of them. They split with them on the season. So these are two and all of our 3 county schools have had excellent softball seasons. There's a strikeout, number 171, and that'll do it for the Southern Tornadoes in the top of the first. For the Tornadoes, no runs, no hits, nothing going on. After a half inning of play, it's Southern 0. Meigs coming to bat. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back to Marauder Field, Lady Marauder Field. And I want to mention our post game is brought to you by our local State Farm agent, Robin Fowler. And she'll also bring you the post game after the game as we recap everybody's hitting and some of the highlights of this ball game. That'll be in our post game. Ball game brought to you tonight by Home National Bank with offices in Ravenswood, Racine, Syracuse, and Milliport. And also the Fraternal Order of Eagles in Pomeroy, Aries 2171. Thank you so much for your support of high school softball and baseball here in the Bend area.
Number 25, Bella Roush.
Just a beautiful field here, Rick. As you know, we talk a lot about the facilities around the area, and this is just another example of how well these schools keep their fields and their stadiums and whatnots going and well maintained, and just very, very nice.
I'll tell you something unique about this field is, we'll see if you notice it or not. First pitch is the ball. The dugouts are actually on the field because of a gas line. The dugouts normally are in line with the fence.
With the fence, yes,
and
I see that.
These are on the field because of a gas line that's right behind this one. So
interesting.
It does have some nooks and crannies here.
Yeah.
And you can't even watch a ball game from right here against this fence unless you just want to watch the batter and the right fielder and the first baseman.
Right. Can't put a dugout over top of a gas line.
One ball, one strike. Bella Rouse to the camp at third, and they got her. So 5-3 put out of Bella Roush. That'll bring up the second baseman, Aubrey Newell. She comes in batting at a .456 clip and leads the team in doubles.
Southern with a nice mix here of youth and experience. As you have a freshman at third base, a freshman behind the plate, and a lot of juniors mixed in there as well.
Jalen Hupp's going to miss outside a ball.
There's that phone.
Take it, Brian. Take the play-by-play.
Okay.
I got to get this emergency.
Okay. All right. 1-0 the count. And this one's taken high. Now 2-0 the count to Aubrey Newell. Nobody on, one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Southern went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Marauders getting their first crack at it, and this will be fouled away for strike one. 2-1 now the count. Aubrey Newell with Ava Horn on deck, and Natalie Good in the hole for the Marauders. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Swung on and popped up to center field, and a catch made. Peyton Cranick coming in to make the catch. Fly out 8. And now nobody on, 2 away, and Ava Horn the batter. Ava Horn batting .404 on the season with 33 RBI. Two very good, very solid teams here. 17-6 for the Marauders, and 15-3 for the Tornadoes. First pitch taken high, ball 1 to Ava Horn. Natalie Good on deck, should Horn reach. 2 away in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Strike called. Evens the count at 1-1. Jalen Hupp, who has pitched nearly every contest for the Tornadoes. This one comes back to her. She picks it up, tosses it over to Kirsten Rose at first base. 1-3 on the putout, and that'll do it for the Marauders in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We'll head to the top of the second inning. Still no score here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And for the Tornadoes, it'll be 4-5-6 batting. Taylor Roberts leading off. Takes the first pitch for strike one. We're in the top of the second inning between the Tornadoes and the Marauders. No score. Taylor Roberts, Jalen Hupp, Kirsten Rose. This one fouled away. And the count now 0-2. Taylor Roberts, junior shortstop for the Tornadoes. A lot of juniors on this Southern team. Taylor Roberts, Jalen Hupp, Kirsten Rose, and Sydney Stout as well. This pitch taken outside. 1-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. Natalie Good. And taken for a ball. Count even at 2-2. Cleanup hitter Taylor Roberts leading off the top of the second inning. Nobody on, nobody out. No score between the two county schools. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Taken for strike three. Backwards K. The third strikeout of the contest for Natalie Good. And that'll bring up the five-hitter, Jalen Hupp, with one out here in the top of the second. First pitch taken for strike one. Natalie Good on the mound. Racking up strikeouts. She already has 3 of the first 4 outs via strikeout. And pop straight back out of play. 0-2 the count. Kirsten Rose on deck. Hayden Turner in the hole for the Tornadoes. Jalen Hupp, the batter, with an 0-2 count. And here's the 0-2 pitch taken inside. 1-2. As they're giving them a little bit of that inside corner to the right-handed batters, but that pitch was close. And the 1-2 pitch. This one definitely inside, evens the count at 2-2. 2-2 to Jalen Hupp with one out in the top of the second. Natalie Good, here's the pitch. Belted foul. Almost taking out a Southern student walking into the stadium. That's the nature of a foul ball. Count remains 2-2. And here's the pitch. And a check swing. They're going to, they're going to say that she went. And so a swinging strikeout. That will be strikeout number 4. And Kirsten Rose will bat now with 2 away. Kirsten Rose with Hayden Turner on deck. Should Rose reach? Now 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nobody on. Strike 1 called. 0-1 to count to Rose. And okay. And strike called on the pitch. 0-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. 0-2 count as Natalie Goods racking up the strikeouts, and she gets another swinging strikeout. 5th of the game out of the first 6 batters, and that'll do it for the Tornadoes in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the second here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, and here we go into the bottom of the second inning. As this one's put into play, it looks like it's going to drop in for a base hit, as that was Natalie Good, the pitcher with the first base runner for either team tonight. Natalie Good with a single to right field. 1 on here to start the bottom of the second, Gracie Banks. Oh, Gracie Yost.
Courtesy runner.
Oh, courtesy runner Gracie Yost. I'm sorry, I didn't. Gracie Yost, the courtesy runner for Natalie Good, and now Gracie Banks, the batter. Jalen Hupp back on the mound for her second inning of work. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. First base runner of the contest. And here we go, Gracie Banks. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called. Jordan Davenport on deck. Chloe Burnham in the hole for the Marauders. This one fouled back, now 0-2 the count to Gracie Banks. 1 on here to lead off the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Tornadoes and the Marauders. And here's the pitch. And that's a backwards K. No swing. Strikeout called. And that is the first strikeout of the game for Jalen Hupp. Jordan Davenport, the batter. 1 on, 1 out. Gracie Yost, the base runner at first. Swung on and to the third baseman. They're going to make the throw to first, the out call. As Nevaeh Camp had to think if she had time to go to second. She did not, so she made the throw to first base. So 5-3.
Left-handed third baseman. And she did a great job because she looked at second to get the force, and she decided to go to first. And it was a great decision. That's where you throw it in the right field and the run scores. And Nevaeh made a really nice choice there to get the out at first. 2 out now.
Chloe Burnham, the batter, runner on second base. And there's a base hit up the middle when the Marauders will. Now they'll take him home. Okay, and the run scores, and now a throw into center field, and it's going to get by. And the runner will head to third and hold up from there.
Well, we had the hesitation at third base to start with, and she did score easily afterward.
So Natalie Good comes around to score the first run of the game, 1-0 Marauders, as that was a base hit and then a two-base
Normally,
error.
Brian, you do this. If there's 2 out and the runner coming around third, you normally send them unless it's, really, really questionable.
And here's the shortstop, Taylor Roberts, over to first baseman Kirsten Rose to end it. 6-3 on the putout. So for the Marauders, they score 1 run off of 2 hits, 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the third. 1-0 Marauders leading the Tornadoes here on Totals Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-30.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Meigs Marauders lead the Southern Tornadoes 1-0. And first 3 batted for Southern.
It'll be 7-8-9 for the Tornadoes. Hayden Turner, Katie Caldwell, Allie Norris. Swing and a miss by Hayden Turner as the Tornadoes still looking for their first base runner. The Marauders scoring that run in the bottom of the second off of 2 hits. And now the Tornadoes here in the top of the third trying to match, showing bunt, and no good, and that's a strike. 0-2 now to Hayden Turner. One of the few seniors on this Tornado team.
And Meigs returns everybody, Brian, the entire team.
Next
no
year.
seniors.
Okay. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout, number 6. As Natalie Good is racking them up. 6 of the first 7 outs via strikeout.
175 strikeouts now on the year, and that leads the Tri-Valley Conference.
Yeah, the Tornadoes with 2 seniors, Hayden Turner and Amonte Hayes. This one's belted in the left field, but foul. Going for strike 1 to Katie Caldwell, the designated player for the Tornadoes. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Taken inside. Count even now at 1-1.
Yeah, that one hopped in, and believe it or not, it's still a pitch. If you want to swing at it, you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a dead ball.
You can
Sure.
hit it off the bounce.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if it bounces into you as a pitch, then it's a hits batsman.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Put into play. Back to Good. She picks it up. Makes the throw to first base. 1-3 on the putout of Caldwell. And now with 2 away, it will be Allie Norris.
Now batting number 15, Norris.
Allie Norris, the batter. Playing second base. And the pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 the count to Norris.
Really good matchup for both teams heading into a district semifinal play next week. Get this extra game in here.
Strike 2 called. The Tornadoes with 2 games tomorrow. A doubleheader with Fed Hawk to
to get both games
finish league play. And then I believe Wellston is the second game, a non-league game. 3 games in 2 days. Taken high.
You got to count this one.
Evens the count at 1. That's what I mean. Yeah, three games in 2 days. You got this one and then 2 games tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they're playing Federal Hawking 1 game, and then
I believe
Wellston
Wellston is the second
Okay.
game. Yeah.
Well, Wellston was up here the other night. Remember that?
That was the JV, yes.
JV, okay.
That was last night, I believe.
Yeah.
And the strikeout recorded, strikeout number 7. And I'll tell you what, Natalie Good is locked in, and that'll end it for the Tornadoes. As we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Marauders leading here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, and welcome back. Here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be 9-1-2. Ali Heisel, Bella Roush, Aubrey Newell. And the
nice
catch was
catch.
made. Yeah, Kirsten Rose.
Kirsten going to the fence and actually collided into the fence and definitely made a great catch right there.
Pop out 3. Just the score on that one.
Back to the top of the order with Bella Rouse, one of the top hitters in southeastern Ohio, if not the entire state. Hits the ball very well.
Batting .516 coming into tonight. First pitch outside for ball 1. 37 runs and 16 stolen bases.
Yep, those to lead the team. Came into the game batting .516.
And there's a base hit.
Yep.
Bouncing in front of the left fielder, Sydney Stout.
And that's what she does, and she's done it again.
Now batting, number 11.
1 on, 1 out for the Marauders. It'll be Aubrey Newell. She flew out to the center fielder, Peyton Kranick, in the 1st inning. Now batting with Bella Roush standing at first base and 1 out.
Aubrey, a lefty, and also another good hitter, batting at
456.
Mm-hmm.
And she leads the team in doubles.
Yep. Didn't get a number on that, but Coach Rouse said that she does lead the team in doubles. She's a lefty. She'll step in with Bella Roush at first base. 1 out.
And here's the pitch from Hupp. Hit the center field. Kranick under it. Makes the catch. And now 2 away. Pop out 8. Or fly out 8, I should say. And now 2 outs. Ava Horn, the batter.
Horn 190 down the lines here. And I think it's about 200 at dead center.
Ava Horn batting .404 with 33 RBI. She bounced back to Jalen Hupp to end the 1st inning. Runner on first with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, Marauders leading 1-0. Pitch taken high, ball 1. Natalie Good on deck, should Horn reach. Runner takes off, ball fouled back.
And that's Bella Roush on the move, and she does lead the team in steals.
So 1-1 the count as Roush will head back to first.
I believe she has 16, I believe it says there.
Yeah, 16 stolen bases, yep. And she's going to hold this time. Ball hit to Camp at 3rd. Camp takes the throw to first for
Nice
the out.
stretch by Kirsten Rose at first base. Tornado defense looking really good, Brian.
5-3 on the putout, and now we'll end the threat. So for the Marauders, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning, and it is 1-0 Marauders here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And welcome back to the top of the 4th we go. It'll be Kranick leading off. Kylie Kranick, 1-2-3 for the Tornadoes, looking for their first base runner. Kranick 0 for 1. She popped out to the shortstop Shelby Yost to lead off the game. 3 perfect innings for Natalie Good on the mound. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Kylie Kranick.
Wind now blowing in, Brian. You can feel it through the press box window.
Ball taken inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, it just seems to be kind of switching directions. Maybe a swirling wind, I guess you would call it. Looking at the flag, it looks like it's going from right to left field. Strike 2 called. Now 1-2 the count to Kylie Kranick. Nevaeh Camp on deck. Peyton Kranick in the hole. Top of the order here for the Tornadoes in the 4th inning. Meigs leading 1-0. Foul ball. And that was close. I didn't think that was
closer than what I thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
Brian. That was right there. And good job of the home plate umpire to get out there to get a great view of that.
I said foul ball right off of the contact, and then it ended up almost being fair. But 1-2 the count remains. For the leadoff batter here in the 4th inning, Kylie Kranick. Time called.
Natalie getting her pitches from the dugout, and there was a little bit of confusion. Now she does back off, still looking into the dugout to get the pitch call.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called.
Well, that was a good fastball. Really popped the mid of Jordan Davenport.
And that is strikeout number 8 for Natalie Good. Nevaeh Camp, the batter. Left-handed batting freshman third baseman Nevaeh Camp. We've seen her in action throughout this contest at third base.
Yeah, she's had a lot of plays there and has made some really good decisions, and a lefty. And had a good basketball season, if I remember, as a freshman.
Yes, 1-0 the count to Camp.
That one misses outside.
Ball 2 called. 2-0 now. Natalie Good. Working very quickly, and she has 8 strikeouts, 8 of the first 10 outs recorded via strikeout. And this one over the plate for the strike. 2-1. Natalie Good, after every pitch, she takes a step back behind the rubber. Gets a little dirt on her hand. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Count evens up to Nevaeh Camp. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th inning. Marauders leading 1-0. 2-2. Here's a pitch.
Yep.
Strike 3 called.
Catches the outside part of the plate. Another strikeout.
Number 9. And Peyton Kranick, the batter, playing center field for the Tornadoes. Now 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
Southern coming in at 15-3, and the Marauders at 17-6.
Swung on and fouled back. 0-1. Taylor Roberts on deck. Jalen Hupp in the hole for the Tornadoes.
Lady Eagles at Eastern having a great season also. I know at one time in the year I was talking to Coach Ty Alt, and they had won 10 out of 11 games in that stretch. They're in early April, mid-April, we'll say. A couple weeks there, 3 weeks of ball.
Taken inside, evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, Eastern, we talked about that last night. That Eastern softball team is a team that really improved as the season went along. Where they were at the beginning of the season and where they were at the end, night and day. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 the
Then,
count.
of course, if you look across the river at the Lady White Falcons of Coach Wes Riffle, all 4 of our coverage teams, excellent softball. Meigs and Wahama did play. Wahama won 9-8 early in the season.
So 4 good teams in our area. Swung on and fouled back. Count stays at 1-2 to Peyton Kranick. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning. In a quick moving contest as both pitchers just working quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, there haven't been many hits.
2 hits for the Marauders.
I think it was Bella
Foul
Roush
back.
with 1, and was the other one Gracie Banks possibly?
Bella Roush definitely.
We'd down and take a look at Gracie Banks and see if she was the other one.
It was Natalie Good and Chloe Burnham. Yeah, Natalie Good, Chloe Burnham.
Well, then they've got 3 hits on.
Yes, 3 hits. They had 2 in the inning to score the run, and then 1 in the last inning that was stranded. You're right. This one's put into play. Third baseman Ava Horn making the play at first. Gracie Banks able to stretch.
Yeah, big stretch at first by Gracie.
5-3 on the putout. Tornadoes go down in order yet again. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Marauders over the Tornadoes here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back to Lady Marauder Field here in the campus of Meigs High School. First 3 batters for Meigs will be Natalie Good, Gracie Banks, and Jordan Davenport. And Meigs with the 4 hits that we talked about, and Natalie Good with a ton of strikeouts in this ball game. 9, I believe. Yep. On the mound for the Lady Tornadoes, Jalen Hupp, and that one foul back by Natalie Good. Gracie Banks on deck, 1-0 Lady Marauders. Lone score was Natalie Good. She led off with a base hit in the second, come around to score. There's a 1-hopper to Taylor Roberts. She fires it over to Rose, and that's a 6-3 put out for the Lady Tornadoes. And that'll bring up Gracie Banks 0 for 1, a strikeout in the second inning.
Number 28, Gracie Banks.
Gracie, a right-handed batter, facing the righty Jalen Hupp. Both pitchers doing a great job here tonight, getting ready for tournament play. We'll have the Lady Eagles on Monday, the 19th, and the next day, the Tornadoes on the 20th. And if both team wins, we'll have both teams on the 22nd. Base hit into left field by Gracie Banks. fifth hit of the ball game for the Marauders.
Coming to the plate, number 33.
Jordan Davenport batting a 360 clip at the plate. Right-handed catcher. And she'll step in. All righty. Davenport climbs in. And Jalen Hupp will deliver a high fastball out of the strike zone, ball one. Bottom of the fourth inning. Win now, Brian's blowing out the left at a pretty good clip.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up over the last half inning or so.
Hupp delivers, and that's a foul ball that almost got Chloe Burnham there. That's on deck circles with the dugouts the way they're situated, basically on the field. Tough place to be standing. Hupp delivers, and that one's in the dirt of ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Meigs leads at 1-0. Both pitchers have got their stuff here tonight.
Oh, there it goes.
And then, did that go over my head?
It went over your head.
Okay, I had my head down writing. I should have worn my umpire mask. I got one. I could have brought. I had my head down. I did not see it.
I'll have to tell the kids tomorrow we were in the game.
And that one out of the strike zone of ball. Yeah, if that would have got me, I would have not known anything. I would just foul the chair, knocked out. Wouldn't have known what hit me. But good thing I had my head down writing. And that's the ball in the dirt, walked her. So
Coming to the plate, number 7, Chloe Burnham.
Chloe Burnham, a base hit, 1 for 1, and that'll push her average above 290 now. As she steps in. Makes hitters Natalie Good and Chloe Burnham with base hits in the second inning. And then Bella Roush with 1. And now Gracie Banks with 1. 4 hits for the Marauders. First and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And we're in the bottom third of the order. Chloe Burnham, Shelby Yost, and Allie Heisel. The next 3 due up for the Lady Marauders. And that one popped up. And that'll play. Meigs over West Union. 15-0 in the district quarterfinals. Southern 21-1 over South Gaia. Eastern 19-0 over Sciotoville East. Pop up. Taylor Roberts going back and infield fly. And let's see. Pop out to
Coming to
6.
the plate, the always smiling number 14, Allie Heisel.
That's Shelby Yost.
Shelby Yost, number 15.
She's smiling too. All righty, shortstop, freshman Shelby Yost. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And that may or may not score a run. Here's the throw to the plate, and I believe, Brian, they would have had her.
Yeah, that was an excellent throw from right field. As maybe up the line just a hair, it would have been a close play. But it's one of those ones where she almost hit the ball too hard. It got to the right fielder so quick that not able to advance the runner.
Now a chance for, even though the base is loaded, Brian, 2 out.
2 outs.
Tornadoes with a chance here to get out of the inning. It will be up to Allie Heisel at the plate for the Marauders, the right fielder, and she takes a called strike. And that might have been the pitch to hit right there. Allie will step back in. She's a right-handed batter. Plays right field for the Lady Marauders. Here's the pitch from Hupp, and that's a little looper and caught by Allie Norris with the save with the bases loaded. And that was a big play there by Allie, and that'll do it for the Lady Marauders. And they get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2, and after 4 complete, Meigs 1, Southern 0. You're listening and watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Welcome back to Lady Marauder Field here on the campus of Meigs High School as we go into the top of the 5th inning. And for it'll be Taylor Roberts batting in the 4th spot, Jalen Hupp and Kirsten Rose. So right in the meat of the order here, 4, 5, and 6. And Natalie Good has thus far done a great job with 9 strikeouts. And here in the top of the 5th, and that's high a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. This game just about 45 minutes old or so. It is 45 minutes old. And moving right along. Wind blowing out to left field, a pretty good pace. And that one fouled back. Brian, I don't think I'm fast enough to move if that ball does come.
I like my seat right here.
Yeah, that's why you stayed there. I'm filling my clipboard up.
I don't know if that's going to stop it.
All right, at the plate. Taylor Roberts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Natalie Good. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a check swing foul ball. Taylor Roberts 0 for 1, a strikeout in the 2nd inning. $178 strikeouts now on the season for Natalie Good. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss, struck her out. Strikeout number 10. And that'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, the pitcher, Jalen Hupp. Kirsten Rose on deck. Good delivers. Called strike on the inside part of the plate, knee high. Yeah, this is really good for the Tornadoes because I doubt in the district quarter semifinal may not see this type of pitching next Tuesday night. So really a good tune-up for the Tornadoes to see the pitching of Natalie Good. That's really going to help them as they progressed through the tournament in Division 7. No ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch took a little bit off of that and then fouled off into the Meigs dugout area. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Natalie Good double figures now with 10 strikeouts in the ball game. Here's the pitch. Took a lot off of that one. Has a good change up there. Jalen Hupp at the plate with Kirsten Rose on deck. Now, Brian, we've had so much rain in our area, and It's good to see a dry field for once.
Yeah, no hint of rain tonight. That's for sure.
There's the 0-2 pitch. That one fouled straight back as Hupp hangs tough. The ball's 2 strikes, 1 out. Meigs leads at 1-0. And here's the pitch. That one fouled back. Out of play. You know, when I first started calling softball back in the late 70s, the pitchers, they just started. So the games went a lot quicker because the ball was put in play. Now, as the pitching has progressed, the games are much longer now because you have a ton of foul balls in these ball games. You'd be amazed at the number of foul balls. And you get that when you have this type of pitching that we're seeing here tonight from Natalie Good and Jalen Hupp. And there's another foul ball out of play. We used to run them off in an hour very, very easily because basically every pitch, every batter put the ball in play somewhere.
Yeah.
They just didn't have this type of speed because they had just started learning to pitch. That one high out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And she's fouled, I believe. Before that one had fouled 4 straight back on 0-2 pitches. So forcing Good to make a lot of pitches. And that one popped up out of play again. And I believe we're out of softballs, Brian.
Softballs.
Keith hollering for the softballs. Yeah, there ought to be someone. Unless no one's chasing them.
They have to be somewhere.
Yeah, they're out there. And when it goes over the dugout, it goes down into the grass, so it might be a little more difficult to find. And don't be surprised if this one doesn't get fouled off. I think she's fouled off about 7, I believe. That would be my guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jalen Hupp. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And this is inside the ball. Good eye there by Jalen. Two the count. 1-0 Meigs here. And we got 2 softballs in once. We just got 3 more softballs back into play. From 0 to 3.
They're slowly making their way back to the field.
Jalen Hupp hanging tough. And a swing and a miss struck her out. So the 11th strikeout of the ball game for Natalie Good. That'll bring up Kirsten Rose. And we take this back to the first inning. And when
Congratulations to junior Natalie Good on 400 career strikeouts.
Peyton Cranick struck out. Then she strikes out the side for 4 straight. Then struck out Turner. She had 5 straight strikeouts in the first, second, and third innings combined. And has strikeout number 11, the chance to strike out the side here. Swing and a miss by Kirsten Rose, the first baseman. Natalie Good back on the mound. She just recorded her 400th career strikeout. And it was number 11, so that is 180 this season. And she's a junior. Meigs returns the entire team next year. And you said Southern's very young also, Brian.
2 seniors.
And, the coaches got to get together and get these. There's no reason to travel over creation. You got Eastern, Southern, Meigs, and Wahama. These teams need to play each other every single year, at least once, and maybe twice. You got good competition. You don't have to travel 100 miles to get it. And when I'm talking 100 miles, you take a trip to Welsh and back, that's 100 miles. And I know Meigs played Wahama. Meigs was not scheduled with Eastern. And they were not scheduled with Southern either until they put this game together. And there's a strikeout. So she strikes out the side. Strikeouts number 10, 11, and 12 for Natalie Good. So that'll do it for the Tornadoes. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, nothing going on after 4.5 innings of play. Meigs leads it 1-0 here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Alrighty, we are back as we go into see where we ended up. We should back at the top of the order, and Meigs left the bases loaded in that last inning. As they got hits from Banks, a walk to Jordan Davenport, a base hit by Shelby Yost, which was unable to score Gracie Banks. That loaded the bases with 2 outs. And Jalen Hump gets Allie Heisel to pop out to second base. There's a 1-hopper to shortstop. Taylor Roberts to Kirsten Rose for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Aubrey Newell on deck, Ava Horn.
It's an interesting game. I mean, Natalie Good has been perfect through 5 innings, Rick. But Meigs still just holding a 1-run lead at 1-0. And, so definitely not pulling away.
Ground ball right side. And that's going to be an Allie Norris to Kirsten Rose 4-3 put out. That quickly, Brian, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Jalen Hupp has been very solid. She's really the only blemish on the score. Two straight hits, 2 straight singles by the Marauders leading to that
and
one
there was
run.
a throwing error on that play.
Yeah, the error on the throw in, and that's our 1 run.
Called strike. Ava Horn, Natalie Good on deck, 2 outs. And Jalen's what she's doing. She's throwing strikes, Brian. That's all you got to do. She's got good, decent speed, and not issuing any free passes. Ground ball, and that's a base hit up the middle for number 22, Ava Horn. And that is her first hit of the ball game.
62, Natalie Good.
6th hit of the ball game for the Lady Marauders. But, they've been scattered, Brian, and they got out of that bases-loaded jam after with 2 hits in that 4th inning. And now 1 hit in this inning. There's been a total of 6, but only 1 run. So when you scatter them like that, that's okay. Natalie Good steps in. 506 hitter coming into the ball game. Cold strike. Nice pitch by Jalen on the outside part of the plate. Natalie will step back in. Right-handed batter facing the righty, Jalen Hupp. 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. There's the pitch. And a little pop up in the center. Peyton Kranick comes in, makes the running catch. So for the Marauders, no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on, and after 5 complete, Meigs 1 and Southern 0. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back to Lady Marauder Field. First three batters for the Southern Tornadoes. Now we're into the top of the sixth inning. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Hayden Turner, Katie Caldwell, and Allie Norris. Swing and a miss.
Get to these last couple innings here, Rick. You know, see what Natalie Good's endurance looks like.
Well, she struck out 5 of the last 6 batters she faced, and she has a total of 12 strikeouts. Scoring the bunt, and it's going to be a foul ball. As Ava Horn from third base comes in charging quickly.
Good thought. Just trying to keep the defense on their toes a little bit.
Yeah, right now, she has been untouchable. Two pitch and a swing and a miss, struck her out. And we certainly don't want to do any jinxing right now. Natalie Good is very good here tonight. I'll bring up the 8-hole hitter, Katie Caldwell. Pop up, Horn going back, but coming over, making the catch, Shelby Yost. And I believe that was in fair territory. And pop out 6. Now they'll bring up
Batting number 15, Norris.
Allie Norris. So Allie will step in. And she definitely went. Strike 1. Allie wears number 15. She plays second base for the 15-3 Lady Tornadoes. Natalie Good gets her signal from the dugout, and here's the pitch, and that one fouled straight back. All right, Natalie Good ready to go again. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and strike 3 called. Strikeout number 14 for Natalie Good. And that'll do it for the Southern Tornadoes in the top of the sixth inning. No hits, no runs, nothing going on. And after 5.5 innings of play, Meigs still leads it, Brian, 1-0 here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back. It'll be Gracie Banks, Jordan Davenport, and Chloe Burnham here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Still 1-0. Jalen Hupp has scattered 6 hits and a shot down the left field line, foul by Gracie Banks. Jordan Davenport on deck. Gracie 0 for 1, or no, 1 for 2, I should say. Strikeout in the second, base hit in the fourth. Got to second base, but that's as far as she got. Just missed inside the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sixth inning. And here's the pitch, and that one fouled straight back. Davenport on deck, and she would be followed by Chloe Burnham. 6 hits scattered by Jalen Hupp. Took a little bit off of that one. Trying to get me again, Brian.
That one was close.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Well, seeing and doing something about it's two different
I know.
things.
I'm not dropping my head to write anything anymore. Fly about down the left field line, very shallow. And coming and making the catch is Sydney Stout. So fly out 7. That'll bring up 6-hole hitter Jordan Davenport. Camped a Rose in the second inning and then had a walk in the 4th inning, left stranded at first base. Still only 1 run in this ball game. And that one fouled out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jalen Hupp, I'm looking here. I'm only seeing 1 strikeout. So that tells you how good this Southern defense has played here tonight. 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's high out of the strike zone of ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Federal Hawking tomorrow with Wellston. That's a doubleheader for the Lady Tornadoes. I tell you, they're really getting ready for the tournament game next Tuesday. Not taking any nights off.
Yeah, trying to fit in as many down the stretch here as they can.
2 balls, 1 strike to Jordan Davenport. And that one in the dirt of ball. 1 out here. Fly ball to Sydney Stout in left field. 6th inning, 1-0 Meigs. Fly ball down the left field line. That's hit pretty well, but the foul ball.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, that would have been very, very close. Sydney would have had definitely a shot at it had it been fair. But that was really ripped down the left field line. So Davenport will step back in. And now the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that one hit her. So a walk and a hits batsman.
Well, it looked like an off-speed pitch. It just didn't break. But either way, it was going to be ball 4. So however you want to look at that. But
left fielder Chloe Burnham stepping in. She is 1 for 2, a base hit in the 2nd inning. That's when Jalen Hupp got that bases-loaded jam with 2 outs.
yeah.
Chloe got left stranded at 3rd base. No, that was not the inning, but Chloe did get stranded at 3rd base. That was the inning that Meg scored the 1 run, and Chloe was left there at ground ball to 3rd, and he's going to call that a fair ball.
Looked like it hit the front of the base.
She definitely caught it in foul territory, but all it's got to do is cross the bag in fair territory.
Yeah, I thought that it had hit towards the front of the base.
It might have.
It was a close play.
Nobody said anything, so
Yeah.
there you go. We didn't have the best view of it. Shelby Yost at the plate. But there is a runner out there.
Runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Jordan Davenport. And that went out of the strike zone of ball. Shelby Yost. Jalen gets her signal. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a little looper down the right field line. That may stay fair. And she's going to bobble it momentarily. The runner's going to score. So base hit by Shelby Yost. And that drives in Davenport. A little insurance run there to make it 2-0. And that'll bring up Allie Heisel coming in the ball game.
Number 8, Gracie Yost.
No, Gracie Yost will be the pinch hitter. Coach Roush is calling time, and I think he's got to get her into the ball game, reported into the. Now, had he not reported it, you got nothing. It's an unreported sub, The next time you do it, you're in trouble. But the first time, you get by with it. But Coach Roush comes down, gets her in the ball game. So it's Gracie Yost batting for Allie Heisel. 2 outs, 1 run in. Shelby Yost went to second base on the throw. Good cut there by Gracie Yost. That is a huge insurance run for the Marauders with the way that Natalie Good is pitching. There's a fly ball in the deep left center field. That's going to score a run, and Shelby Yost comes in and scores, and an RBI single by Gracie Yost, and she put a charge into that double. So that's a great pinch hit. And that was deep into left center field. Back to the top of the order with Meigs leading hitter Bella Roush. And another runner out there in scoring position, Gracie Yost, taking the ball. That ball carried pretty well to left field, and that's exactly, left center I should say.
Yeah.
It's exactly the way the flag's blowing. That's going to be a low ball. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 runs in. It's 3-0 now. Jalen's pitch. Little looper in the right field. That coming in and not being able to get to it is Hayden Turner. A run's going to score, and this is going to go as a stand-up triple and an RBI for Bella Roush. Good effort there by Hayden Turner, but just couldn't get there. Bring up Aubrey Newell, and it's now 4-0. Meigs has plated 3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A little looper to left field. Sydney Stout's going to come in and make the catch. So for the Meigs Marauders, they got 3 runs on 2 hits. Jordan Davenport, a hits batsman, also scored. So after 6 complete, the Meigs Lady Marauders 4, the Lady Tornadoes 0. You've been watching Total Media YouTube Sports.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, top of the 7th inning, and it will be Kylie Cranick, Nevaeh Camp, and Peyton Cranick. And, well, Brian, here we go. Still don't want to do any jinxing. I think you said it a while ago. You used the word perfect.
That was early in the game, though.
Yeah, that was at 3 innings in. And so back to the top of the order. We might as well let everyone know and get the same knowledge we have. Perfect game going on here, being pitched by Natalie Good. You don't see that too often at any level. she needs a 1-2-3 here, but the Tornadoes at the top of their order. Kranick, Camp, and Kranick again. 4-0 Meigs in the top of the 7th. And a called strike. Natalie Good with 14 strikeouts in the ball game. Takes her total to 183 this season. And I know earlier in the game, Keith announced that she had picked up her 400th career strikeout. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Strikeout number 15. And that'll bring up the lefty, Nevaeh Camp.
Now batting number 0, Camp.
All righty, stepping in is Nevaeh. Peyton Kranick on deck. Squares the bunt. And a called strike as she paints the outside part of the plate. Peyton Kranick on deck. Top of the 7th inning. And Brian, we're just about an hour and 13 minutes old. The pitch, that's way outside the ball. Umpires like these type of games very, very quick. And you don't get too many hour and 15-minute ball games. Southern's still alive at the plate, though. Down 4. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss by Camp. That runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Shelby White on our infield camera tonight, our video engineer tonight. Mr. Wyatt Martin. And the pitch, popped it up and coming in, and Burnham's going to make the catch. Chloe Burnham, and that ball could have easily fell in. Burnham, a running catch to get the second out and keeps the game perfect for Natalie Good. Kranick 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first inning. Good has 15 strikeouts for the evening. Southern no hits and no base runners. A perfect game thus far by Natalie Good. If you remember the perfect game that was being pitched in the major leagues a couple years ago, and the umpire blew a call at first base. If you remember that, cost that young man a perfect game.
Yep. No instant replay at the time, unfortunately.
Did not have it then.
That would get corrected now, but
it was a close call.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, and that one fouled back. At the plate, the center fielder, Peyton Kranick. Taylor Roberts, the shortstop, on deck. Tornadoes down to their last out, 15 strikeouts off that right arm of Natalie Good. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a called strike. I think Peyton thought that one might have been a little low. And she'll step back in. Righty versus righty. And here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one fouled out of play. So, Brian, 1 pitch for the perfect game for Natalie Good. And I don't remember, I umpired for 38 years, don't remember any umpiring any games of such.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it live.
No. Natalie Good, the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and she did it. A perfect game. A perfect game. No base runners, no hits, nothing going on for the Tornadoes. And I want to welcome you to our post-game show. Your State Farm agent, Robin Fowler, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. And I guess let's take a look at the Marauder hitting. Yeah, they chalked up, I believe it was 9 hits. Bella Roush with 2, 1 a stand-up triple. Ava Horn with 1 hit, a single. Natalie Good, a base hit. Gracie Banks, a base hit. Jordan Davenport, she was on twice with a walk and a hits batsman and did score in the 6th inning. Chloe Burnham a base hit. Shelby Yost there in that 8th spot, 2 base hits and scored a run. And a pinch hit double in that big 6th inning where it was a 1-0 game. The Marauders scored 3. Gracie Yost a double, and that gave the Marauders 9 hits in the ball game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 hits in the ball game. And the story of the night, clutch hitting there in the 6th inning for the Marauders to gap it open to 4-0. But I guess the story of the night is the pitching, Brian, of Natalie Good. It couldn't have been any better. As you said mid-game, it was perfect.
She had the strikeouts racking up all the way through. You could just tell right off the bat she was very dominant, throwing strikes. Nice pop on the fastball, and the Tornadoes just could not really keep up. I believe she struck out 8 of the first 10 batters that she faced.
Yes.
Something in that neighborhood, and just throughout the contest. And I made mention in the 6th inning, let's
7 of the first 9.
7 of the first 9. See what she had left for the last couple of innings, and she had plenty. She just kept racking up strikeouts through 7, and
she had
she was dominant.
Yeah, Natalie Good, 2 strikeouts in the 1st inning, 3 strikeouts, and in the 2nd inning, and then she struck out the first batter of the 3rd inning to make it 5 consecutive strikeouts. So she had 1 strikeout in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th as she strikes out the side once again, and 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. And if we did the math right, that's 16 strikeouts and a perfect game for Natalie Good as the Meigs Marauders defeat the Southern Tornadoes 4-0. But, as we look for the Tornado fans, to face a pitcher like this prior to going into the tournament play, it was really a good game for them to see that type of pitching.
They'll see the same thing tomorrow as well with Wellston. Wellston,
Hannah Potts.
Very strong team as well.
Yeah, we saw Hannah pitch here against the Marauders in that close ball game. And she is a really good pitcher also. So you got to hand it to Coach Swan. He's put a couple teams on their schedule to where they can improve. They got to see that type of pitching if they want to advance into tournament play. So they saw Natalie Good tonight, and they're going to see Hannah Potts tomorrow evening. And the first game probably is that league makeup game with Federal Hawking.
Yeah.
Is that at Star Mill Park, Brian, I assume?
I believe, yeah, both games
And then Wellston will come in, and they'll play the nightcap, probably get some play under the lights on that one. So you're listening to our post-game show here, brought to you by Robin Fowler, your State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So our final score here tonight from Marauder Field, and let's see here. Okay. It was the Meigs Marauders on a perfect pitching game by Natalie Good, and they went up 4-0 over our cross-county rivals, the Southern Tornadoes. So that'll do it. We want to thank Shelby White on our infield camera, our video engineer tonight, Mr. Wyatt Martin. Brian Allen, I'm Rick Ash. God bless you. Have a great tomorrow.
Thanks for watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.